So today I'm going to show you how to turn any set of photos into a hyperlapse, or basically how to edit a hyperlapse in Premiere. So first things first, you're going to need to take a bunch of photos and edit them how you want. So what I did is I took 300 photos over about 50 minutes, and I'm going to do my composition at 30 frames per second. So I should have about 10 seconds of a hyperlapse. So I first take everything in RAW, and this was a stationary one. Now if you move, maybe I'll do another video on that, but you basically just move with your target. Here I set up interval shooting on my Sony R4, and every 10 seconds it took a photo with aperture priority, so it's 2.8, and then it adjusted shutter speed on its own for the metering I wanted. So what I did is I brought it into Lightroom and I did a quick edit that was pretty simple. I just warmed it up a little bit, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select my first photo, select my last photo, and I'm gonna sync all of my settings. Yeah, let's sync. And what I'm doing here is just making sure everything matches all the photos. So what I'm gonna do is probably every 100 I'm gonna check and just make sure that everything pretty much comes together the way I want it to. So we're at photo 1. I still like this one, it's showing the sunrise. And let's go to photo 200. Let's see how that one looks. Okay, it's starting to warm up a little bit. And then let's go here. The final photo, and it's still showing. Let's see, let's just reset the white balance. I still like it a little warmer. Okay, cool. So it's as simple as that. Now we're gonna export them. So I have all 300 selected. I'm gonna export, and I'm gonna go ahead and choose my folder, Guardian Hyperlapse, and I'm gonna name it sequence. So what you wanna do is make sure they're all in a sequence. So this is the Guardian sequence. So in Lightroom, I'm gonna put it in its own folder. It's very important, its own folder, and then I'm gonna rename all of them to basically the same photo here, Guardian sequence, and it's gonna name them 1, 2, 3, all the way up. And then I am going to go ahead and keep mine at very high quality, and I'm gonna go ahead and hit export, and then they should export over to my folder, and I'll be right back with you guys when we hop into Premiere. Alright, so all my photos have successfully exported out of Lightroom, and so what I did is I went into Adobe, made my own folder and sequence and everything here, and right here where it says import media to start, we're going to go ahead and right click, we're going to import, and let's go ahead and look for our files here. Alright, so this right here is my sequence. You want to select your first photo, and then you want to make sure this is checked right here, image sequence. Very important. Do not select all of them, just select the first and image sequence. Hit open. And then you're going to drag that in. I'm going to just check my sequence here. Make sure, let's see. Okay, 30 frames per second. And then let's go ahead and play it. And there we go. It's as simple as that. And I mean, you can slow it down, speed it up. You can make it look however you want. You can change your dimensions, whatever it might be. But that's pretty much how you do it. Now, if you're doing a one that's moving, you want to probably put a warp stabilizer on it. Again, I can go over that later, especially how to shoot it. But you would pop a warp stabilizer on it, go over to your effects, and you're gonna pretty much keep these right here. Smooth motion, probably position, scale, and rotation is what you would want to do. And I would put it at 20 to 30%. If you do any more than that, it's going to do some really wacky stuff. Or you can manually do that, and there's some great videos out there on that. But that is pretty much how you make a hyperlapse. I mean, it's quick, simple, easy, and takes just a few minutes other than what you're shooting. Now, if you have questions on how to shoot interval shooting, you know, just for a stationary one like this, I can definitely walk through Sony old menus like on the R4 and the Mark III or the Mark IV and R5. I can walk you through those new menus too. It's super easy to do. But other than that, we'll see you next time.